Take 3. Pico, though, I got to click on the right thing. There we go. There you are. Hello, everybody. We're back.
Hello.
So, internet, right? That one was a weird one. That was a weird one because, and I'll tell you why it was a weird one. Hopefully, it doesn't break again. It was weird because Pico's telling me it's crashed, and I was like, "What do you mean? I got internet. I can hear you." Obviously, he couldn't hear me, but I was hearing Pico speak to Lou, and I was crashed, and I was like, "But I've got internet here." Like, I don't understand. I don't actually think my internet said it actually dropped. But, is what it is. We are back. And we do have Lou. And we are going to talk Kiro. Because Kiro did get some points over the weekend. And, Dan managed to get his first points of the season as well. So, overall, a good weekend.
Sorry, I was just going to say you're speaking slowly so that your internet doesn't break again.
Wait, hold on.
No. You're fine. Sorry, Lou, continue.
It's I think they were actually the best outscoring Porsche on Sunday, on Saturday, not Sunday, on the second race.
Yeah.
So that was really good, and it's I don't know. I saw somebody say it's like the first double points finish since like 4 or 5 years or something like that. So that was really something. And thank God, finally off the 0. So for them, that's good.
Do you want a really good stat as well to kind of boost your confidence going into the rest of the season?
Come on, yeah.
Another driver that was pointless up until the Saturday Jeddah race last year, in season 11, was Nick Cassidy. So there you go. It's never over. It's never over.
It's never
That's
over.
very true.
It's never over till it's over.
Yeah.
I to be honest with you, I've been really impressed with Pepe Marti. To be honest with you, as a rookie, right? I think he's come in, he's hit the ground running, and I think overall in Jeddah, I think it's shown he can take the fight to Dan, right, this season. I think between them two, we got little glimpses of it, but in Jeddah, but I think them two, that inter-team battle could get juicier and juicier as the year progresses.
Yeah, been a good start of the season for Pepe, so that's positive. Quali's not yet still, but races seem good. It's going to be interesting if he also starts in the front. If it's like the standard Formula E law of starting in the mid pack is actually worse than starting at the front or at the back.
Yeah.
So that's like, sometimes I personally feel like if you're starting P8 to P12 in Formula E, that's actually probably the worst place to be in.
Yeah.
Because it will bite you in the end of the race most of the time.
If you're starting at the front, you've got track position, brilliant. If you're starting at the back, you don't need to push off the line. Conserve that energy. You don't need to wheel spin the tyres, and just have a nice little Sunday drive into turn 1, and then pick up the pace on lap 2.
Or even not lap 2. You can, if you're at the back, you can don't have the Cortina effect as much, so you can just
cruise around for a bit.
Yeah. I was interested actually. We have just a little plug for everybody here, because I know everybody here watches our stuff. We put out Stewart's Watch today, that Pico and Josh Birch did, and we looked at the Zane Maloney Pepe Marti crash, and I was Pico in that video kind of says that he kind of agrees with the stewards. As a Kiro fan, do you agree with the stewards? Do you think that was the right decision? Do you think Pepe was at fault? Yes, it was a lap 1 incident, but what was your views on that?
I didn't see the video, so I cannot comment on that, to be fair. But the incident itself, I did find it a bit weird, even if it's lap 1, that it wasn't even like a reprimand or like a don't do that again type of situation, because I like Kiro and Pepe and I want them to score well, but it was a bit like you're going from total left side of the track to total right side of the track, basically, without looking. And so, what are you expecting on lap 1? Of course, you're gonna beat people. So, yes, it's lap 1, but also like you cannot just go from total left to the total right of the track like nobody else is there. So, yeah, I did find it a bit easy, but they're really easy this year on driving standards. So,
yeah,
if that's the case, then good luck everybody this year. But
yeah, I suppose it's one of those, isn't it? I thought it was. I wasn't in the video, but my thought was probably could have got a penalty for that because, I get the lap 1 argument, but again, he does just take him out, right? And it does ruin Zane's race and racing incident or not. I think it's on the. It's on the line, innit? It's like it's a bit racing incident, but also it's a bit naughty. So it's one of those. But it's interesting. Those are the things. But I think Kiro, we all thought that they would drop off this season. I was expecting a bit more of a drop off than what I'm seeing, and the fact that they haven't dropped off, and there's been real good glimpses. Dan being fastest in FP2, for example, and we've seen the glimpses of the car being quick. I'm like, okay, right, they're going to be here. I'm not saying they're going to win races, but podiums for Dan, podiums for Pepe. Do you think they're achievable?
I do think they're achievable if you can come 5 and 6 in this race, where I don't think there were many people that crashed out or anything. Like normally in the Formula E race, you have a bit more retirements than...
It's just really Dennis.
Yeah.
Just really Dennis who dropped out of the running. That was it.
Yeah, so if they can do that, like what they did here, then it should be possible. But I also feel a bit like they need to get their act more together on tire management, not overheating the tires at the end of the race. And also with this race, like Dan had the attack mode, so he was in the 350 mode. And how they managed that was not that they could fully use it because things were overheating and stuff like that. So the strategy part of it doesn't feel like it's fully streamlined yet. So if they can do that, then I think it's it looks good.
How did you feel about the Friday race? Because obviously the Friday race we had a change in regulation where they could only use attack mode once, and that was a 6-minute one. And Tickton went and took it at the same time as DaCosta and Dennis, who were immediately in front of them. So it kind of made it like a stalemate. He couldn't really do anything to try and get past them. Do you think that was an error on behalf of Kiro, and they should have kind of thought about that as like a strategy call to try and change them?
Yeah, it's really difficult to say what is the right call in these things, but it did look like they made the wrong choices in that race because in the end they only went backwards. So I don't know. Also, I don't know if I like the fact that we only had one attack mode in that race and not 2.
Yeah.
Have a bit more dynamics. But it just didn't seem like they really had it figured out.
No, for sure. Right, Lou, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for bearing with us with all the technical difficulties that we had. I massively appreciate it.
Hopefully it will work.
But hopefully we'll be speaking to you. Hopefully, I don't know if we'll have a FE bar before Madrid, but if not, then
I hope we do. Yeah,
but we've got a big gap, so we're going to try and plan something. And we're going to try and see if we can get some people on as well. But we're going to try. I'm off this week from work, so that's my big plan, is to try and see who we can get on the show over the next couple of weeks. But Lou, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll speak to you soon.
Good evening.
See you later. Right, bye. I feel like I was going to say something. Actually, I was going to address if B628G is in the chat. He says, I thought you were in a bar. And I was like, you know what?
No. He said thought you'd be in a bar, but I'm not sure which one of us. Like,
no,
I mean,
like,
people
we'd be in the
used
bar.
to see me with a pint in hand.
And I was like, you know what? One day, if we could get into a studio or something, you know, you have to hit the subscribe button. Basically, come and get on the show, help us get this show going, and who knows, maybe we can sit in a studio somewhere, put a bar background behind us, and we can make it happen one day.
I mean, I could kind of move that side. It's not in shot, so you guys can't see it, but there is a green screen to my side. If you go back and watch our watch-alongs from the weekend, you will see that there is a green screen that kind of creeps into shot. That's because I've been doing some content for the Instagram, and I'm going to film some more this week. So stay tuned for that, because we got so long, as you mentioned there, we got so long to Madrid. We need something to try and just keep us rolling all the way, because it's a long gap to Madrid, 5 weeks.
Yeah, I know, but we've got to sit for. We could get a quiz in as well. I tell you what, I could also make a quiz this week. I know my quiz also is always creates controversy, because sometimes the answers are wrong but right at the same time. But anyway,
do you remember who won the first ever quiz?
Oh, was it me?
Was it Seb?
Yeah, it was Seb. Hi, Seb.
Hi, Seb.
Hello there. Good evening. How are you both?
Yeah, we're very, very well, thanks. Thank you so much for asking. What would you like to talk about tonight?
Well, I wanted to touch on what you guys mentioned at the beginning about Edo Mortara. I mean, right now he's second in the championship. Bloody impressive. Right now I think Mahindra, I think they're second, third in the team standings?
Yeah.
They're third, just behind Jag. I think it was Porsche, Jag, Mahindra at the moment, but Mahindra
were
are on the
second
coattails of Jag.
Either way, if they stick third by the end of the season, well done. Because if you think about the entirety of the Gen 3 rule set, Mahindra probably have the most impressive story.
Yes.
Because they've gone from pretty much being the worst package on the grid to being genuine race-winning contenders at this point, or at least actually regular podium contenders now as well.
Yeah.
If they get a race win by the end of the season, I think it would probably be the most popular win of the year.
Question.
Because, like you said earlier, Mahindra are the fans' team, and I know that because I know a lot of people who are genuine Mahindra fans because of what the team do for the fan base and how much they care. If Mortara or De Vries get a race win this season, it'd probably be one of the most popular wins in FE history, I think. That's not even a hyperbole.
Yeah. I think also for Mortara, that would be so big as well, because obviously he fought for the championship when he was at Venturi. Gen 3 came along and he had that horrible season at Maserati where he was just shown up by Max Gunter at every single race, that he decided that he needed a switch. But when he made the switch to Mahindra, it was when Mahindra, yes, they'd had a podium with Lucas at the start of season 9, but Ollie Rowland had just abandoned the team. The team were not really anywhere whatsoever, and so to be able to come back and be able to be, I know this is very early stages, but he's second in the championship. But as it stands, we have to count him as a championship contender. I mean, that's a great redemption arc for Edo as well.
No, I totally agree. Mortara did not have the easiest start to Gen 3 life. If I had to say the drivers who probably had the worst start to Gen at the beginning of the first iteration of Gen 3, probably him and Van Dorn. Mm-hmm. And look where Van Dorn is now, and look where Mortara is now. It's a redemption arc, and one hell of a redemption arc.
No,
that's no slight to Van Dorn, by the way. I do like the guy. Just saying.
My question for you then is, if Mortara can get one win, let's say one win, because I think that Mahindra car is arguably in Jeddah it was the quickest car, arguably, right, or the most consistent car, right? So if Mahindra could finally work out how to win a race, do you think he could become the favourite for the title? Is he Verline's most realistic competitor this season?
I'm going to say the same thing as what I said to Cassidy last time. Like I said about Cassidy, he is a great driver, unbiased and everything. But the Stellantis package is not a front-running package. And as much as Mahindra has improved the Gen 3 Evo, considering they did literally just build it from scratch when the new rules came in, I don't think it's that much of a consistent front runner to fight for a title. However, given the right circumstances, like Cassidy in Mexico City, I think it can win a race.
Yep. So do you think Mahindra are not title contenders then? Is that what you're saying?
I just don't. They're not at the level of the Porsches. They're not at the levels of Jaguar now after their, well, year of all time last season. But I don't think it's at that level yet. But like I said, given if everything falls into place on a weekend, they could probably challenge for a win.
Yeah, well, I think they were challenging for weekend. They were challenging for wins this weekend, but they just didn't go over the line. 2 pole positions.
They arguably could have won last year in Jakarta with Nick de Vries.
Yeah.
And then de Vries.
De Vries had brain fade with Jake Dennis. Yeah.
I'd like
de Vries too hard.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, a Frederick Bertrand interview would be very interesting right now because they are just they're so tantalizingly close, I think, to getting a win, and it's just what are they going to do? What have they learned? How are they going to do it? Because I do think Mortara needs to win a race if he wants to win the championship, and I am scared for Mahindra going into Gen 4 at this precise moment. So I really, really want them to enjoy this moment and enjoy this time being a front runner potentially, because it may not happen again for a couple of seasons. But yeah.
Question to either of you: were either of you surprised that Edo was that quick this weekend? Because I don't think I was expecting it going into the weekend, and the way that he got that pole position on Friday, I think to repeat it on Saturday, I think that's such a huge feat as well. But to kind of come out the gate and top the qualifying group and then just annihilate in every single duel, it's not something that I expected going into the weekend.
I wasn't surprised, Seb.
Again, I just pointed towards the amount, all the strides that Mahindra have done with that package, because I think last season they were in the duels a good couple of times, I think, as well across the season. The amount of this level of consistency and getting double poles over the weekend, I'd say probably is a surprise in the fact that it's pole sitter in both races. But at the same time, I'm not surprised, because we've seen over the last season and a bit how much progress Mahindra have made with their Gen 3 Evo package.
And maybe they can make that same progress again in Gen 4, but it's just a shame that they might be starting on the back foot. But Seb, great call. I'm really happy we spoke about Mahindra today. And yeah, I think that's all we got time for, because the waiting room is a bit packed and we can't get through quite a few callers. So thank you for coming on, and we'll speak to you soon.
I mean, I'll see you in Madrid, because I'm going. So.
I'll see you in Madrid then. I will see you in Madrid.
Yeah, it's me and Lucy, we're going.
Okay, lovely,
Planning
lovely,
to go.
lovely. Alright, well, I will see you in Madrid then.
Alright.
See you later.
See you, lads.
Right, bye. It's time to get Ricardo in. Ricardo! There's just one man we got to talk about, and his name is Antonio Felix da Costa. Hello.
Antonio Felix da Costa.
I think it's a brilliant kind of mafioso name if you just change it into the New York kind of twang, because it could be Tony da Costa.
Tony da Costa.
That's so mafia. It's so mafia.
No, actually, his full name is a tongue twister, even for us Portuguese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, do you call it a statement victory? Because he was so close, and he's had a good season, I think, Da Costa, right? And he's been a bit unlucky, right? And we're talking about the championship, and if we thought Verline was going to be a statement win, but then didn't do too well. But then Da Costa's now finally got across the line and won. That means there's 2 wins now for Jaguars, which shows that they can be there throughout the season. So now that he's got that win for his new team off his back, basically, he's done that. He's achieved that. Could this be the start of a really big push for Antonio?
I mean, Pico said it on Saturday. Once Antonio gets his win, he never stops. He gets on a roll that it doesn't stop. We saw it in season 10. We saw it in season 6 when he won the championship. And to differ from that, it was Marrakesh in February to August in Berlin. So he's done it twice.
Yep.
I think third time lucky again. I don't know because still it's a big push to the top still, but he's making gains, And Jaguar as a whole, they're there. Although yeah, in Miami it was in the wet, it was a quicker race, and Mitch always had the energy of advantage. Both Jaguars were up there. Maybe they could have finished 1-2 or maybe 1-3, but still, even in Jeddah, Mitch came from P10 or whatever to P3, and Antonio won. So Jaguar as a whole, they are there. They're consistent. They have good pace, both quality pace with Antonio, especially because this is the thing that at Porsche, Antonio was always overshadowed by Pascal, but at Jaguar, when it was supposed for Mitch to step up in quality, Antonio has made it to the jewels every single race bar Mexico. So I think they're there. If it is a statement win, I mean, every time he wins, the DAC is back. But we'll see if the
Yeah.
DAC is back and stay with us.
I was gonna say that. I was like, Dak is back. I was like, was he really away? Because I don't think he was. Like, it's not like it was that long ago from his last wins and so forth. So I was like, okay, I did find that one slightly
I'm trying to
interesting.
think when he did last win.
It would have been with Porsche last season.
No, season 10 Portland.
Really,
It was his last
Was
win.
it really?
Yeah.
I was
Maybe-
thinking I couldn't remember him winning in season 11.
Or maybe
No,
Dak
that-
is back. You know why? I
There
didn't
should have been
I
two
didn't have a
wins.
book to go back through, isn't it? That's why. Oh, look, here's another plug.
But-
If you haven't got it yet,
Oh,
get the book.
And
Buy the book, everyone.
Buy the book.
yeah,
Um,
well, Antonio should have got 2 wins last year, to be honest. Mexico and Miami, period. But yeah, it's risky. Whatever. But yeah, I think this season we cannot say that Dak is back. Dak has always been there. Lady Luck hasn't.
Yeah.
I'll just say,
For sure.
apart from Mexico, every race is done. So Sao Paulo, he got crushed by Pepe, and in Miami, he got rear-ended by Djokovic. But still, he had always good pace. He was always up there, bar from Mexico. But still, it is a good start to the season, and it reminds me of the season 6 Antonio, when he goes to another team. He goes to his teammate. He's a well-established teammate who can fight for championships, and then he hits the ground running straight away. And I think Saturday especially showed the best version of Antonio, and if he can keep up like this, if Jagger can keep up like this, and Ian James, congratulations to him because he comes to a new environment and gets this all running and so well, and it's just amazing. Jaguar are up there. They're fighting. They're not like last season where they were in shambles for most of the season. And yeah, congrats to Ian James.
Yeah.
Congrats to Antonio. Congrats to Mitch. I think this is looking very promising for Jaguar if they can keep up every single round.
Yeah. Ricardo, how was your Valentine's weekend? I think it was quite good.
Oh god, we haven't even done this.
I mean,
Do you know what? The internet's
there- is
been
there-
so dire at
is
your
there-
house
is there-
that
is there-
we've
there
just
been-
abandoned this
Is there
now.
is there a Mrs. Ricardo?
No,
Mrs.
there's not.
Ricardo.
But the thing is, I don't have a girlfriend or a partner or whatever. But to get and I said this on Saturday when I opted in at the end of the watch along. I said that it couldn't be a more perfect Valentine's Day for me than that. Aside from but yeah, basically
Do you think-
just
Is-
yeah, I knew Antonio would be a wild shout for pole position, but still for Edo to get the pole position again, and to Antonio to win that style, because it wasn't a win like let's say Monaco season 7, although it was great, but it was a dominant win. It was a Oliver Holland last season win, type of win, you know. It was pretty good. I felt amazing. Even today, I'm still buzzing about it. It made my mood so much better, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, it was amazing. I could have asked for a better Valentine's Day. So.
Happy days, happy days. Da Costa coming through clutch on Valentine's Day. We like that. We like that. Well done. Right, Ricardo, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll speak to you soon.
Of course, man. Cheers.
Right, see you later.
Yeah, bye bye.
Right.
It's worth pointing out, everyone who's left in chat, we will get you on. There's still 4 of you.
Yeah. Everyone's coming on
in the waiting room. We are going to get all of you on. Do not worry.
We're going to run over. We're going to run over a little bit.
Yeah,
we'll do a little bit of stoppage
run
time.
over because of Jack's internet issues.
Unless it stops again, then we'll just call it. But let's go back to Kiro. Let's get Elsie in. Elsie, how are you? And I know you want to talk. What was it? Kiro. What would you like to say?
Are you mimicking me from earlier?
Okay,
Are you mimicking me from earlier?
Hello.
Hi. I don't know. I completely missed the first part of that because I was muting the stream.
No, it's fine. Absolutely fine. So, just Kiro, because I know you're obviously a big Dan fan. Got his first points of the weekend. You know, how did you find it?
I'm quite happy that he didn't crash.
Well, that's good. That's good. Happy days.
Do you know what? Do you know what I will say? I really loved the graphic from Kiro saying 2026 race manager. that was a super fun graphic.
I love Kiro's marketing team.
Although they go
get me VIP access, please, if you're watching.
You never know. You never quite know.
I also think I've been taking my appearances sometimes a little too seriously. You guys are now in my Instagram bio. I don't know if you've seen.
Oh no, we haven't seen. You love us that much.
I am.
Oh, happy days.
There you go.
Love that.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Anyway, well, I'm here.
But yeah, no, I mean, it must be good for Dan to finally get some points on the board at last.
Yes, I'm quite happy about it. It's like, hopefully, right? If we think about this, right, all he needs to do, right, is finish on the podium.
Yep.
A lot. Right.
Yeah.
Hear me out here. He wins every race from now. World champion.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely will
by
be.
the most amount of points
that would probably happen. I mean, unless
that's gonna happen.
Verline finishes second in every single rest of the race, but even then, I think mathematically, Tickton would be champion if he won every single race at the end of the year. What did you think when Marty made that move on Tickton going into the bus stop chicane towards the end of the Saturday race?
A lot of choice words about Marty.
As long as you're a little bit less than what Marty said on the radio, then I think you should be all right.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to... It's unacceptable. Red Bull fired a guy over that. You know? And not even during radio. During a live stream.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, but I'm not going to defend it much because it wasn't great, but he's apologized. I think we just need to accept the apology and we move on from that.
I think there is a small difference in terms of, I mean, like that you don't say it full stop. I mean, like that's the long and short of it. But there is a difference of being in the heat of the moment with the adrenaline and driving a very quick race car than just doing it when you're playing COD. I mean, like there is a vast difference, and I think when Yuri was fired, it makes more sense.
Never said a slur during a race.
I've never said one on camera. I said ones when I was little.
We all say things when we were little. But anyway, I think we should move on. So I honestly thought it was a good result. I think for Kiro and themselves, I think it was a good result.
The team is good.
And you know, they're showing that they're not going backwards, which I think is important. You know, we thought maybe there might be a bit of a drop off this season, but it doesn't seem to be that way at all. They're moving in the right direction, which I think is really positive.
Yes. Also, can I talk a bit about the Evo sessions?
Yes.
Yeah, fire away.
No, we don't need them. We've had, so they put, I don't know how many it'd be 9 influencers, 1 racing driver. And I'm going to count Izzy as a racing driver. She's raced before.
Okay.
And it's just not on. You know, you can't be doing that.
Well, an accident.
I like the idea of a go-kart race.
See, I told you, my idea's got validation, right? My idea's good.
I think maybe like Tictum doing everything. I think that would be like the ideal there.
But imagine like Tictum coaching Izzy Hammond, for example, and you know, he might get some, you know, like that might be, and then we watch the race. But it's more of the Evo sessions is it's a thing that it's like a film, innit? It's like a film, I don't know, like a documentary type film, hour long. Get to see them training, get to see some behind the scenes clips of everybody training, and then we watch the race and we see who wins.
Which is what we thought was going to happen last year, and then it just didn't. They just posted the clips online, and I was like, yeah.
I just can't see Evo sessions happening now, them driving the actual car, because it said Formula E said we'll fit the bill for any damages, and now they're looking at the damage bill that Lola's going to send them, and they're going to, you know, pray that they don't have to make people redundant for.
I didn't like the fact how it wasn't a race. I'll tell you that.
I think.
I mean, could you imagine that after that?
Yeah, if it was a race.
I see why they didn't do that, but I think it's much funner with maybe a go-kart race.
Yeah. I think that they could have done the duels normally. I think instead of just sending one driver out and then waiting for them to come back in before sending the next driver out.
But I think the speed difference between some of them was high. So imagine if they didn't do the wooden spoon race, right? Unless you put Max out last, unless you were clever and you put Max out last, if you put Max first and you had him against Bazinga's going to catch him, right? Like
easily.
Right? So I think they were one at a time because of the speed differential between the two, right? And so I kind of understand why they went one by one. Bit of like F1 2005 qualifying format where they went one by one. But
which is what they should do for the sprints in Formula 1, but I'm not going to go there.
Okay. But I just think
they should put guns on top of the cars and have the YouTubers shoot at each other as well.
Not guns of actual bullets, but maybe Takeshi Castle.
I mean, if they take it back to America, then yeah, sure, because that sounds very America.
Okay, right. Kiro, Elsie was Kiro once upon a time.
It was.
Elsie, we're gonna stop it there. But thank you so much for coming on, though. It's because we got 3 more people to try and squeeze on before 10 or just after 10. So thanks for coming on, though. Great call. Was that?
Why did you
do that?
Well, I wasn't expecting that. Those of you who didn't see, bye. Yeah. Elsie put their camera on in the Discord so we could see Elsie, but we weren't expecting some pyrotechnic glitter when they said bye. Right.
Veckans Gitterhornet. Not Swedish. It's a reference to Melody Festivalen 2018.
I've got Johnny in. Johnny, can you hear us? Hopefully you can, as I know Johnny's a Mahindra fan, so I want to continue the Mahindra talk. How are you, Johnny?
Hi, Jack. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Absolutely well. Pleasure to hear from you again.
Nice.
what would you like to talk about Mahindra-wise, I assume?
Yeah, about Edo's consistency.
Yep.
I think earlier I heard Seb saying that they might catch a win but not challenge for the championship. But I think Edo might challenge for the championship if he continues this type of consistency in his driving. Yeah, when it comes to team championship, I don't think so because on the other side of the garage, Nick is not doing that well, I think.
Yeah, but luck hasn't really turned his side. Like the whole, it was.
I hope
Jeddah for him was a disaster. Jeddah wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
After he got wheeled off the grid on the Friday race, he then had to take penalties, and then if you take penalties,
and there's no safety car to help save you,
and you can't serve all of it, you then have to take a drive-through, or if you can't serve a lot of it, it's a drive-through and 10-second stop go. And so,
it was just a mess.
You need a safety car to catch up, and when you don't have a safety car, you are well and truly trying to think of a broadcastable word. It's okay, screwed. Yeah, I was thinking, can I say screwed? I'm not sure.
Well, I said it. Said everything.
Yeah. You're allowed screwed. Okay.
Don't know if it's the best word, but I think it's the kindest word that we can.
The best broadcastable word to describe the level of the.
At 9:56 p.m. So I think we'll pass the watershed, but that doesn't count swearing. So there we go. But Johnny, I asked the question earlier. Do you think Mortara can win this championship if he keeps this level of consistency up without winning a race, or do you think he has to win a race to win the championship?
No, I don't think so. When it comes to Formula E, I think so. Consistency can win you a championship even if you don't win a race. I think if he is all the time on the podium, like third or second, I think so. And others, maybe Valline or Roland, whoever, like they screw up one race and then he can be like miles ahead of them, in the championship if he's consistent.
Yeah,
if luck favors him.
Yeah, because he's got 2 pole positions now, right? So that's 6 extra points. If that Mahindra car is fast and he can score some more pole positions, if he doesn't win the race like he did in Jeddah, right, and finish second, then all of a sudden, right, you scored 18 points, but you add an extra 3, it's 21. So you only lose 4 points to the leaders. He finished 4th. Therefore, then, he gets 15 points. It's the same as finishing on a podium. It's the same amount of points as finishing 3rd. Like, so, if he could pick up, points in that way, if he could, just to keep adding, because I think the Mahindra and the Porsche are probably battling it out for the fastest on the grid, right? And if Edo can keep that consistency up, and it's hard, it's not easy to keep that consistency up, and you'd assume if he could keep that consistency up, at some point he will win a race. But if he can, then I honestly think Edo is smart enough. He's been in this series now since season 4. I think he is a driver that is ready. I think what was it? Was it season 7? Season 7 when Mitch Evans crashed into the back of him. I thought then. When
I think so, it's season 8
that he had a chance to win the championship.
I think so. It's season 8. I think so. It's not season 7, if I'm not mistaken.
It was 7 where Evans didn't move and Mortara went into the back of Evans.
That's what I mean. But Mortara was in the title fight.
Mortara also fought. Yeah, Mortara. Yeah, so Mortara was in the fight in 7 and 8.
Yeah, and I just
but I think so. The crash was when Nick De Vries won the championship.
Correct.
In that season.
7. Yeah.
No, that was 7. That was 7.
Okay.
Season 8 was Van Dorn. Yeah. Which Mortara finished second in.
He finished second in both, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
Season 7. Season 7, I have to be honest with you, is a blur because anyone could have finished anywhere. But anyway, that's beside the point. But as I said, been super, super, super impressed with Mortara. I've been super impressed with Mahindra, and we go to Madrid. Now, Madrid is a very different type of track. Right, in terms of, and Pico will know best because of its undulations and so forth and the way the track ebbs and flows. Do you think, Pico, and then Johnny, you can chime in on this, Do you think Mahindra will be competitive in Mahindra? Do you think it's a racetrack? We've seen them competitive in Valencia, seen them in Mexico, seen them in Jeddah. Do you think it'll be a track that might suit that car?
I think Madrid is a very interesting circuit because it's basically Zandvoort pre-F1 in 20. So when they redid Zandvoort for 2020, when Formula One was supposed to go back, they eventually went back in 21. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting layout. It's very, very fun in terms of a lap, and there are onboard laps from the time that we went there for pre-season testing. But yeah, I think it is also it's not entirely a clean slate, but at the same time it is, because they would have made software changes between 11 and 12, and so how they started in testing in season 11 is not where they're going to be halfway through season 12.
Yeah, but I think one thing we know for sure that, like in Jeddah, you had this tight chickens, right? And the Mahindra car was one of the best cars to do that chickens very easily compared to others. Others were struggling, and that's why they missed a lot of time, compared to long straights. So I think the Mahindra car will be the strongest where the circuits are like Jeddah, which has a lot of chickens, and they're good at like straights as well. They are not bad in the straight line speed as well. So I think they have a very good package this year compared to others. I think so. They are at par with Porsche when it comes to the package. The only thing is they need to have a good strategy and good consistent way of operating. That's the only thing I think so they're missing.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking here at the Madrid track in our book. Gotta say it again. But look, I'm looking at the track layout and I'm going, there's a good mix of open corners, slow speed corners, probably some faster corners as well. So it's a real mix. It'd be really interesting to see, I think, who comes out on top. Because Mahindra have been so competitive throughout the season, I think there's a good chance that Nick De Vries and Eduardo Mortara will have a good chance in Madrid.
Yeah, I think I don't know about Madrid. We are going for the first time, but I think when we go to Monaco, I think that they'll have a very good chance over there in Monaco, because Monaco is almost like Jeddah with very tight corners, and that car turns very well compared to others. I've seen it in Jeddah with the tight chicken and how Edo was able to easily maneuver all the tight chickens compared to the other competitors. I think so. Monaco will be a very good track for the Mahindra package.
Yeah, perfect. Well, we'll have to see how it goes, and I'm sure if they are doing really well, we'll be hearing lots and lots and lots from you, Johnny. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, mate.
No worries. We'll see you soon, okay?
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye. Right, let's get Major Khan in, and then we'll finish with our very own Mr. Edward Hunter. Major Khan, how are we? I hope you're well.
Yes, I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
loud and clear.
Yes, loud and clear.
Loud and clear. What would you like to talk about?
I re-uploaded my bingo card that I wrote on the Share Your Content channel section.
Yep, I can't look at it right now because Pico's face will disappear. But
I'm having a look at it now.
Share Your Content section, my bingo card 2025-26. And you look over and you tell me what you think.
You read it out, Pico.
Hang on. What I'm going to do
why did you redo it? So is it just the new? What are you going to...
Right. So, if you can see that somewhere on the screen, chat, so you can see it as well. Here we go.
I don't know if I click watch stream, I'm not sure your your camera will disappear.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a point. Okay.
So I'm not that worried. So you just read it out.
Got Taylor Barnard wins a race. Taylor Barnard wins his first race. Maloney scores points. Ericsson scores a podium. Yottebro. Ericsson outscores Buemi in the season. Dan Tickton wins at the London XL. Degrassi gets top 5 finish. Roland has a tough season.
How do you quantify a tough season for Roland? What is a tough season?
mean,
outside top 5?
I would say that it's like, think about it. Defending champion material means that you are constantly in points contention, but it's a matter of how long you be in points contention for the championship. Will it last till London? And
what
my prediction would be that.
What's a bad season then?
I would say a bad season would mean that out of contention, as a reigning champion, you are out of contention for the championship in the final doubleheader. That's according to my opinion.
Really?
So, I mean, it's
so where would
worse.
So if he
does this mean that everyone but Ollie Rowland had a bad season last year?
No, I didn't say that.
Or just that it because he's the reigning champion if he's not in contention.
Yes. I mean, just considering that.
I think for me, if Rowland's outside the top 5, if he's not in the top 5 in the championship, then I'd say it's a tough season. I think he should be in the top 5.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
The bare minimum for a reigning champion should be within the top 5. And Rowland has complained about the Nissan car. There was mismanagement with and the powertrains and everything. So the pace-wise, I don't know how he sticks that Nissan car into the podium, because I was pretty surprised when he did that in Jeddah. After that debacle at the free practice session.
Yep.
Okay, and moving on, Silver Line being consistent. I have that noted. And then next, Jack, pick up.
Yeah. Marty points on a podium. Mahindra top 3 constructors. Lola don't come last. Porsche defend teams and manufacturers. Drogovic gets a pole, very close in Miami. Mortara's qualifying average better than Preece.
Bingo card, this.
Mortara average better than De Vries.
You published the book, Jack.
16 spaces. It's a big bingo card, there, isn't it? Big bingo card.
You published it. I mean,
I weren't on them pages. I weren't on them pages. My pages were.
I've done the other side of it. I haven't done the bingo side of it.
These were my pages. I wrote these stuff.
Okay.
Those were my pages and the teams.
Okay.
And the teams.
The thing is, because I only got this book just before Miami. I've got Drive with Most DNF Stam Tictum, so I had a little bit of this season's
Oh my god, that's harsh. That's harsh for the Brits. Okay, then next, what do we have? Citroen Racing pole position.
Citroen pole, Muller wins a race. Mitch wins in Asia. 1 pit boost. Chargeable have a malfunction. A brake urgent issue after a car locks up, and heaviest rain in an E-Prix. The 16.
I think that's a tough bingo card. I don't think you'll get many.
I don't know, because I haven't filled mine in. I haven't thought of that. That's the thing. I'll be honest. I think I probably saw that and thought 16. I mean, I thought that's probably quite a lot.
12, but yeah, 12 is probably about right. But never mind. That could be part of the feedback.
No, there are 20 slots.
Have I miscalculated?
20 slots here.
20 slots.
Oh yeah, no, there's 20. There's 20.
Oh my god, can I not do simple maths?
20.
No.
No, it's 4 times 5. How did I miss that? It's 4 times 5. It's 20.
You can go back to teaching kindergarten, Jack. Oh wait.
Yeah, thank God, eh? Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Right.
What do you think of my? Okay, what do you think of the bingo card?
I think it's a tough.
Overall.
I think it's tough. I honestly, it's not an easy one. I don't think you've gone easy. I think you've gone.
Yeah.
Giving yourself a challenge.
I've gone with some.
So myself, Jack, and eight other journalists, we made we did bold predictions in. Yes, there's 8 of us this year.
Jesus.
I've written them all down. When I filled everyone, because I wanted to make sure that I got everyone from our little group, including
we didn't
Dom, who wasn't there. We got
Dom
and Nick.
Dom was in Miami.
I put Dom's in.
So hopefully he'll be in the European races.
So yeah, I had to write yours and Dom's because you disappeared early, and Dom wasn't there. But even then, I've forgotten what we said. But
I know some of mine. I can't remember all of them.
I've genuinely forgotten mine.
There's 2 I remember. There's the other 2 I forgot.
I know where the envelope is, so I'll bring it to London. And so yeah, we did some bold predictions in Valencia. But the thing is, I always say bold predictions. You can't just go, someone's gonna.
Basically, you told Nick Golding off and said Nick Golding's one is not acceptable.
No. I basically, yes, I did have a go at Nick for.
Because he said something about which was a bit half and half.
Also, I'm fairly certain Dom last year did just like 3 were very similar in terms of. I think 3 of his 4 bold predictions was a team or a driver would get a podium.
One of my predictions is so far coming true. The other one is not.
I think I've got one. That's the thing. I can't really remember. I mean, I'll remember it when I open it.
I only remember 2 out of 4.
I got one correct. Okay, yeah. I got one correct. Maloney scoring points.
Yep.
That one I nailed it. I predicted it before the season literally began. I just wrote it on there.
Well done. 1 out.
So that's
20.
one. Joel Eriksson scores a podium.
But Joel Eriksson to outscore I just can't see that happening.
Yeah, the thing is, if Joel Eriksson gets a podium, I have to interview him in Swedish, and that's not. That scares me.
To be honest with you, I think we should all be Joel Eriksson fans now.
Yeah. I think everyone has to.
Everyone has to be a Joel Eriksson fan. I think
the thing is,
imagine having like
the most is if he does it before London. I'm assuming we'll have to do it in a sit down, and I think I may have to.
No, we're happy to do. I think we're happy to do Media Pen. We can wait Media Pen.
Marty points. That one got that one I nailed it. Marty points.
But you said Marty points and podium. Is that on 1 or on 2?
Oh, this is my first bingo card. I know that that's not gonna be complete. I'm still learning the.
No, it's fine.
Process of a bingo.
But I'm just saying. Did you write that in 1 or did you write that in 2? Does Pico speak Swedish a little bit?
Little bit.
Okay. I predicted what I wrote is Pepe Marti points and podium bracket 1. Means he at least gets 1 podium. That's what I meant. I couldn't write it properly. So basically, points 1 podium in his rookie season. That's what I'm predicting. Right. And so far, Hart, I would say 0.5 of that section. You can count that. Okay, he's got the points. I am close to Muller winning a race. He finished 2nd in Miami.
Yep.
Now, more Mahindra top 3 in constructors. That's a big hunch for me because I've been finding the M12 electro powertrain quite reliable.
Yeah.
Average qualifying record better than De Vries season. So far, it's looking that way. I've noticed if you look at the Ski Formula news stat, qualifying record is higher than De Vries.
I think what might be quite good is you keep us informed now for the rest of the season. You've got to come on every FE, but you just got to let us know if you've ticked any off.
Yeah, okay.
Which one that you've been able to tick off, right? That's what I want, right? Because we're a bit out of time, right? So I think that would be quite good. Just let us know which ones that you have ticked off out of your 20. So you've got 2 out of 20 at the minute, right? Let's see where we are come Madrid and where we are when we finish the season in London. How many you've been able to tick off.
Gotcha. I'll catch you guys.
Right. Thank you though for coming on.
See you massively. Madrid FE box.
Yeah. See you soon. All right.
See you soon.
See you soon. Right, let's get Mr. Edward Hunter in. Hello, Ed.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
It's been a minute.
Oh, it's been a while.
It doesn't feel that long for me. How have I been? Good. I spent Valentine's Day doing anything but watching Formula Indy.
Yeah, here we go. All right. Ed,
I can tell you what I did in
racing in Saudi.
Stop.
Who'd have thought?
It's so unlike
Ed, how was your Valentine's Day?
Well, I'll tell you what I did do. I spent it. We changed the date of the race to the vote at the last minute because we realised I was busy on Sunday. I was going to see a mate's friend who's just had a baby. It was very nice. The baby was very nice too.
Boy or girl?
It's a girl, I think. I won't reveal the name.
You think?
I like how you've just given the baby the seal of approval, the 800 seal of approval.
So I'm sure it'll be important to her when she grows up.
Good
anyway,
baby.
Yeah. Anyway, that was Sunday. But Saturday I spent doing the not the official Formula Roblox because I don't do any league races on that, but it was the Formula Edify, which is not named after me. I think it's named after somebody else called Diffie.
I've seen something about this.
Yeah. So I've been doing a couple of races with them. I got a seat with, of all teams, Neon McLaren. There is a McLaren team in there, and it was the best one. They had a seat going.
You accepted their tickets in London, so
we don't talk about that. No, well, that was the last resort. But nonetheless, anyway, it's interesting because I did a race at Monaco a couple weeks before, and had a crazy fight. It was quite well attended. Got, I think, P8 in the end because somebody ahead of me did a lot of corner cutting at Monaco, which is quite incredible. But the attack mode in that game is a lot more effective than the real Roblox. Or I said real Roblox on the official Formula 1, because I didn't notice any difference in that when I went into attack mode. Whereas in the Formula Edify version, I'm having to brake so much earlier, and it's like you're just fighting to hold on to this car, and it's understeering like a truck at points. And the race at Harama on Saturday very much was a case of whenever you get into attack mode, the attack mode corner, which I believe is called Portago.
It's the one at the top of the circuit, isn't
Turn
it?
7, essentially, isn't it? Yeah. Because obviously there's that big sort of there's where the bridge is, the Rampa Bigasso, Ascari. There's that sort of big sort of S bend where I was constantly corner cutting. And then 7, I think, is where attack mode it, and that corner in the version
it's the long right-hander.
Yeah, that's so tricky in the version I've been there, and I think it'll be almost easier in real life because every time there I was constantly kicking up dust on the exit, and everybody was struggling with that. But it was brilliant fun. I ended up getting, I think it was about 11 people compete in the end. A couple of people dropped out ahead of me, so it wasn't really through my own achievement, but I did get P6 because the driver I was fighting with, a guy called Rylu, I think was his name, basically Rylu. That's his username anyway. It may not be his real name, but anyway, well, I had about 10 corner cuts by the end of the race, and I think 18 was the point where every increment of 3 you'd start getting 5-second penalties. I mean, he did 26 corner cuts by the end.
Did it have the chicane on the front straight?
It did, yes. And on the very, very final lap, and if you watch this live stream they did of it, because I joined for the whole race, which was hilarious for everyone else apart from me. But when I went into the chicane on the final lap, I hit it, and I thought, oh no, I'm going to drop below 5 seconds behind the guy I'm fighting with and not gain the place because the penalty that's come in their way. So I was like panicking on that final lap, and then they told me, oh, don't worry, he's got like 20-second penalty, it's fine. So I was like thinking, "Oh God, I've messed this up."
So now you know how a Formula E race goes at Harama. What can you tell us about what we're going to expect in 5 weeks' time?
Well, I don't expect people to be 4 seconds fast. Well, they could be 4 seconds faster in attack mode. I don't know, but because there is quite a lot of time to be gained. That first sector. Is it's very, very tight and technical. Sort of Le Mans and Farina turns 3 and 4. They actually had to Farina used when they were practicing, they had a wall on the inside, and I was constantly bouncing off that thing. So luckily somebody else complained and they got rid of it for the race, and then I'm just getting loads of corner cuts there instead. But yeah, I really like the track. There's Bugatti and Peggio as well. The sort of there's the banked left-hander at turn 9, and that's really awkward because you sort of it's a kind of chicane, but it's sort of just a little kink after Bugatti, and then you're sort of on the outside, and you have to sort of get it turned in. I was constantly going for this blue bit of tarmac on the inside. Don't think it made me any faster, but I sort of felt, I'm sort of feel like I'm doing something different to what everyone else is doing, and then inevitably I brake way too late for Monza, especially in attack mode at turn 10, and end up in the gravel. But anyway,
like it doesn't help that you're on that descent there as well.
They also had a tyre wear mechanic, and I think it was like 28 laps, and by about lap 9 or 10, my tires were just absolutely gone. I somehow managed to get to 16 without them just like completely dying on me. But once the tires start fading in the mod they use, they start locking up a lot more, and I lock up a lot, like almost excessive amount. I think there's more smoke than tire at this point, but on those cars. But Neon McLaren will certainly thank me for that. Oh, I got the points anyway, so they won't matter. More points than I've ever had before. So yeah, brilliant fun. And
Good.
Yeah, I've done in terms of real life Formula. Obviously didn't watch any of the races or Evo sessions, so nothing to say on that front. But I did hear the comments from Russell and Verstappen that were basically Formula on steroids. Was I think the quote that's been bandied around
about the Formula One comment.
Yeah, and it's interesting with the rules changes because obviously 50% of the energy is sort of electrical in the Formula One car compared to what it was before with the hybrid. And obviously they've gotten rid of the MGUH, the sort of official. They still got the MGUK, but they haven't mounted it on the front axle of the F1 car, which is interesting because that would be a big way of recovering energy. So that's it's interesting because in Formula One there was so much disagreement between all the big engine manufacturers or power unit manufacturers over what these 2026 rules should be. And in Formula E, there's been, on the whole, obviously whenever there's a disunity between the manufacturers or a manufacturer leaves, it's a big story. But on the whole, there's a surprising amount of everybody compromising for what's best for the show and best for the regulations. And I think that really shows, for the most part, with what we've ended up on track with.
Just a quick question, just to so we can end. A question: was it Roblox, the game that you were playing? Just someone else?
It was, yes.
The question. Yeah, Roblox. Okay.
So it is a modded version of it called Formula Edified. They've done a load of tracks. I've driven about 3 or 4 of them. Let's see what they've got. They've got Mexico, New York City, Misano, Rome, which was the first one I did, Diria, which I gave a miss and commentated on, Valencia. No, I don't have a video game rule against Saudi Arabian tracks. It's just on that one I just wanted to commentate on it. Monaco and Madrid, obviously, which is Harama. So that's all of those available to drive, I think. And they've also got sort of a testing version of Valencia, which I think is what they do for their sort of driver evaluation system. They also have Portland on there, which is good fun. We did a test race at Portland. So I think it's wider selection tracks than the Formula Electric Lap game. The damage model, obviously, there isn't one, so that's the one thing that Electric Lap has over it. But I think everything else in it is so well thought out. There's so much passion in that community. I believe Kyle is working on from Current Lap is doing a video on it, so I'm looking forward to him his thoughts on it as well.
What's the game on Roblox called? Obviously,
you should just search for Formula E-Defy. So think Ed, which is my name, Ify. It's not named after me, I promise.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, Ed, thank you so much for coming back on.
Cheers.
Nice to hear from
Always
you.
a pleasure.
We are going to end the show now. So thank you so much for watching. Obviously, I think majority of us here are in the Discord, but obviously if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord, and if you want to like and subscribe to the channel as well. We will put some emails out over the next couple of days, try and see if we can get some specials on the FE bar before Madrid, and hopefully things work out, but there's obviously no promises. If not, we'll try and definitely get some form of like quiz or something like that out. But thank you so much for watching. We will be back soon, and we'll hopefully see you before Madrid. If not, we'll see you in Madrid. Good night.